Hi, this is Flo Bradley at 2Empower at blogspot.com. I really just want to thank you for visiting my blog today and also commend you for beginning the journey of healthy living. I am a fitness coach and mother of 2 beautiful children, and I really know what it's like to need to lose weight. I was 175 pounds with my last child. It is a struggle, and once you get to where you want to be, you want to maintain that because you work so hard. And even on your journey, you don't want to be sabotaged. So what I'd like to talk about today is just 7 tips that will help you along the journey, and if you are there already, maintenance. So just let's get right into them. Number 1 is your schedule. That is really critical because if you don't know your schedule and you get trapped and you're out with the children and you don't have, say, a snack for them, you're going to be tempted to stop. Another example is last night I had my daughter's dance class that ended at 5:45. I knew that she had dance class at 5:45, and I know that it's going to take 20 minutes to get home. By the time they get settled at 6:30, guess what? I don't want to cook, but it was already done. And that leads to success tip number 2. I know what the work week's going to look like, but I also know that I'm already prepared for it because I've cooked for the week. I take one day out of the week to cook, and it could be meals to completion, but a lot of times it's just prepping, but it just makes it a lot easier when I do have events, or I'm out coaching somebody, or I have a late night call or something like that, and my husband can just go in and the meal's already done, he can just heat it up. So an example of just preparing meals for the week is on Saturday around 7 to 9, 2 hours, that's it, and the kids are still asleep. I cut up, chicken or whatever I want to make for the week. But here's an example. I'll take a thing of chicken, I'll crock pot some of it. I made a soup this last week. With some of the rest of it, I pounded it out and I grilled it, and we use that for chicken sandwiches, quesadillas, chicken salads, things like that. And then with another piece of it, I marinated it with soy sauce and some garlic and some really yummy savory Asian flavors, and I made a stir fry. But I cooked that fresh, but I had already made the rice and the peas and the veggies that were already cut up for it. So say if I couldn't do it and my husband's schedule allowed for it, he could just put the chicken on, start it, and everything else is already done. Assemble it, and we have a great meal. Another thing that we do is that we have an assembly line of Ziploc bags and Ziploc containers for freezing portions of the meal, as well as storage for grab-and-go lunches. My husband's in the military, and he gets up sometimes to go to work. He'll be out of the door at 5:30, 6 o'clock. He doesn't want to make a sandwich, and guess what? I'm not making him a sandwich either. So I don't want him to eat at the Burger King with his buddies either, because it's not going to do anything for him health-wise, and it's not going to do anything for him budget-wise, which is another tip too, tracking your spending plan. We'll get to that in 1 second. Another tip along the same lines as just preparing meals is preparing snack bags. I get healthy food delivered to my house, which I also provide to my clients as well, but I also go to the grocery store and get, healthy snacks for the kids, and I'll put them in little bags, put a little toy from a birthday party in there. It's their little happy bag, so if they're complaining after school, "Mommy, I'm hungry, I want that," well, I don't have to be tempted and bullied into going into a McDonald's or something like that. I'll just give them a little happy bag, and they can pick out their snack, play with the toy that we got from a birthday party. You know what I'm talking about with those happies. And they're nice and content, and I'm not spending money on unnecessary food and tummy aches later and bad health down the line. Another tip is to track your spending. This is number 5. I used to work in financial services. I was a financial specialist and a sales professional. And what I would do for the bank that I worked for Wachovia Bank, is I would help people prepare to buy purchases like houses. And even my own house, I was able to save 20%, living really on one salary because my husband was the only one who really worked at the time. But we were able to put 20% down and still have enough money left over for an emergency fund. And I used to help and show people how to do this. And a lot of times what I do is I'd cut the fat out of their budget, which is quite frankly the fat that they're putting into their bodies, which translates into fast food and restaurants. I challenged my girlfriend to do this, and she found that she and her husband were spending $1,000 a month on eating out, and that's God love you, but that's just crazy. But I was there at one point too, so I've done that as well. So I know how to do it and how to not do it, and once you see those numbers on paper, it's a really powerful motivator not to want to go out and stop and eat all this junk. Number 6 tip is really to consider cleansing. You change the oil in your car, you brush your teeth. We understand the concept of cleansing a lot of times, but what that's going to do is clean out our systems. I do it about once a week. Some people do it once a month, once a quarter, whatever it is. Just do it, because it starts to make you feel energized and not want to put that junk back into your body once it's nice and cleaned. It's like when you brush your teeth or you get your teeth whitened. You don't want to drink coffee and soda and all that stuff because you want to maintain a happy, healthy smile, right? It's the same thing with cleaning out your insides. You want to maintain a healthy, happy body. And then the last tip is do not skip meals and do not skip snacking. You should have 3 meals a day and 2 to 3 snacks a day throughout the day. That's going to keep your metabolism going. That's going to keep you going. And I know people who don't eat breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. But those people oftentimes are binging throughout the day because they're so starved for nutrients, and their body just says eat anything, and they really do. They grab anything because they're starving themselves for the whole day. So that's the 7 tips that I have. I hope it's been helpful for you, and definitely hit me back up and look at my other blog pieces. But I love you, and I really wish you lots of success on your health journey. Thank you.